They are a feature of many of our cities, old Victorian buildings, but sadly there's the risk of some of them falling into disrepair. Well, thanks to Liverpool Mutual Homes and the City Council, a former 19th century convent has been transformed into one of the UK's first eco-friendly homeless centres, retaining its 1870 facade and marble pillar entrances. So we sent our reporter Phil Munns to the Belvidere Homeless Centre in Toxteth to take a closer look.
I'm stood here with Karen Ryan, the services manager here at the Belvidere Family Centre, and also Dave Woods from Liverpool Mutual Homes, who's the Assistant Director of Property Services. Just sort of entered the building, standing here in the nice, wide open foyer, has to be said, lovely big bay windows. You can see ahead some of the rooms just ahead of me, some flats downstairs. The arrow is pointing to the laundry and nursery rooms, which we'll have a look at in just a little second.
I mean, the plant room itself looks like something from Star Trek. This is where the recycled water comes into the building, because obviously this is the basement, so that's used to feed sort of the communal toilet facilities and things on it, so we, as much recycling as we possibly can.
Could you just sort of tell us a little bit about the recycled water and stuff? I understand water's gathered on the roof, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's gathered on the roof. It's also gathered from the paving areas, and it runs into the drainage system. And it's pumped into here and then around the building to the areas that feed into the toilets, communal toilets and things.
It's about 60% of the communal water, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. One of the big challenges that we had with the building really was keeping the facade. So the facade of the building is 140 years old. So you can imagine this was two semi-detached properties knocked into one. It was like a bit of a rabbit one, really. There was lots of small, pokey rooms all over the place. And it was used for a similar service before. And in reality, it wasn't really sort of conducive with people getting back on their feet and getting a way to move forward. This is all the extension. This side. Obviously, some gets more units, and there's 16 units in the building itself, and some of them can be doubled up. So for larger families, there's a way of connecting the two units together, so obviously they can be available for bigger families. But one of the big things was about trying to make it light and airy and make it feel somewhere that, felt homely. I suppose at the end of the day, we want people to feel comfortable when they come in and everything else. The skylight's right the way through, and as we go up the building, we also see how the light. We've done a lot to try and bring light into the building. I mean, the architects spent a lot of time trying to make sure that we designed in as much of that as we could. See, this is the atrium, so the roof itself, you can see all the photovoltaic cells. So this is where the electricity is generated that's used in most of the communal areas throughout the building. You get an idea for the feel of the amount of insulation that's in the building when you look at the thickness of the walls. You kind of see these reveals, and they're very, the windowsills are very deep. When in reality, the vast majority of that's insulation. So that's all done to try and retain the heat during the winter months, and obviously will also help keep the building cool during the summer. The kitchens in the adapted units, the worktop heights can be adjusted and everything else for wheelchair users. So it's fully functional from the point of view of being able to be adapted for any disabled residents that may come in.
I think just to get sort of an overview of what the scheme does.
It's basically a service for homeless families get referred in by Liverpool's Housing Options Service. So if somebody's become homeless, Housing Options would do an assessment. If there's statutory need, they can place families here temporarily. So whilst people are here, we provide, between ourselves, Whitechapel and SHAP, we've done this project jointly so that we can then provide excellent support, because we've both got organisations got experience working with homeless people, and we can support the families to address any issues that maybe led to them becoming homeless.
And it's something that's happening more and more, isn't it? People becoming homeless. They do say, don't they, you're only ever sort of 2 wage packets away from losing your home. Now, Phil, our reporter, spoke to one of the residents about her time at the centre who wanted to remain anonymous.
Are you here by yourself, or do you have any family?
I'm here with my children, yeah.
How do your children find it? Do they enjoy being here?
My children love it, yeah. It's like one big family in here, especially for my oldest. He's got friends, and he has given him a lot more confidence as well. When you've been through a bad time, as everybody usually has, and then to come here and have all that, plus all the help, plus like one big family, it is really wonderful.
Is that the general feeling with everyone around? Is that they all sort of all together?
Yeah, it's like one big family, and plus all the staff help you out with everything that you need helping with, that you don't feel you can do yourself. They're always there around.
Well, that was Phil Munns at the super new eco-friendly Belvidere Homeless Centre in Toxteth there.